90 grants lost in a year. Just imagine, like, you all are managers of a company, $1 million company, and you see 90 grants lost in a year. So what would be the outcome in the following year? Just a volunteer, maybe you? Like if you see 90 grants are lost.
90 grand at a loss, I would definitely do some research and figure out if it's a controllable cost and do my best to control that cost.
Yeah, so cutting the cost would be like removing some employees or decreasing what do you call some inventory and all that stuff. So, but this 90 grants can be saved, meaning just by service, improving the service quality. Good evening, everybody. My name is Halim Abdul, and I work for ABC Research Company, and I'm here in this company since September 2015. Before I start, I would like to tell like how this program works. We have a group of doctors who would rely on our research administrative team for all their research purposes, like compliance and regulatory issues. And this team depends on research team, which enrolls the patients and collects the data. And then the front desk team, which takes care of the phone calls and scheduling the patient. But where does the money come from? The sponsors. Sponsors, they give us money to run this program. And once we have the money, what do the sponsors expect from us? What decides the revenue? More patients, meaning we have more patients, more money. And that satisfies the sponsors. So I would like to draw your attention towards the first filter, meaning the front desk staff. So what exactly is this first filter? And what is an ideal first filter? The front desk staff, if it is acting as funnel, meaning whenever a potential patient for a study calls, they divert the selected patients through the research team, and the research team enrolls these patients. Is it clear till here? Because this slide is very important. Yeah. But in reality, what exactly this front desk staff is doing? It's acting as a cylinder, not as a filter. So what happened? Like patients, when they call, they just end up falling in hands of research team. More patients, research team don't know whether they have to take the calls or do the data collection part. Let's inspect this in more detail, meaning let's look at what are the symptoms, effects, and causes of this situation, and possible a couple of solutions, if time permits. Yeah, the first symptom is the patients are complaining when they are in the clinic. They tell like, no, like longer hold times, and they're not getting complete information. And the sponsors complain because angry patients less likely to get enrolled. So what they do, they just stay away from the study. So sponsors don't get enough patients. So less patients, as I said before, less revenue. What are the effects? The effects is clear. Like we had 30% depreciation. Where exactly it comes from? 2 to 3 grants per patient per annum we made, and we lost nearly 30 patients in the last year. So that is 60 to 90 grants, and that's a big revenue. Loss in revenue, that is approximately 30%. And what is the other? As I said before, the research team is overburdened with all this work, data collection, and the phone calls. And what are the causes? Whenever a poor patient calls, the front desk staff is unprepared, or they just know what to do. They just divert the call. You know the number 5, and then you just divert it. And the best, finally, let's talk about some solutions. Let's train the front desk staff of all the ongoing research studies, which are the studies which are closed, and the studies which are upcoming, so that they can inform the patient rightly. But caution, there's a lot of hard work and efforts needed there. So, and additionally, the front desk staff needs to meet the research team for quick updates, because these studies are ever changing. So they need to be like updated and amended. So they need to be informed. So that way, the front desk staff is more confident, but again, it needs time and effort on the part of research team as well as the front desk staff. In conclusion, the way we are proceeding, that is 30% depreciation every year, we are going to crumple like this glass. But there's a very good saying by Colin Powell who said, there are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. And if we do this, hopefully our reduction revenue will stop and we'll be better off from there. And the time frame for that I would expect by August last week. That's it. Thank you. Any conclusions? Any questions? Yeah.
I don't have a question. It was a good presentation.
Thank you.
Very good.
Questions? Two questions.
What kind of research are you guys doing right now?
Like, it's bit, I didn't want to get the name out, so
Okay.
that's why I put it as ABC Research Group.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's tough
I'm
to
sorry
get.
for that. I can't- yeah. Yeah.
So, well, a question on so it seems like you have tasked the front desk to interview the patients to see if they qualify for those studies. Is that part of their jobs? Or the
Yeah.
expectation of the front desk people?
That's a good question Ricardo asked. Like, the front desk staff, according to our protocol, they're just supposed to receive the phone call. And once they receive the phone call, every patient, whoever sees the ad or something, they just give a call, like hoping that they are the potential patients. So the front desk staff is assigned to just tell them, no, you are not because of this criteria. You are yes for this criteria. I think I'll be able to tell that in more detail in my persuasive presentation. But as of now, I can just tell that the front desk staff is assigned only to take the calls and divert just the selected patients to the research team.
But they're the ones who have to assess whether that caller qualifies for it.
Yeah, assess only at the initial stage.
The initial
But the
stage.
final decision is made by the doctors.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're finding that the front desk is inaccurately determining whether they qualify?
Yeah, for example, like if you're talking about a hip surgery or something like that, and if a patient is calling about the cardiac, they know that we are nowhere related to cardiology or anything. And then they're like doubtful, oh, there might be a study going on, and they're just diverting the call to the research team. So that is the issue. Like, they just have to generalize the index, not even overall
And
assessment.
they're not doing even that?
Yeah, they're not even doing that, yeah.
Are you working within a hospital setting, or are you a company that's hired to do studies like this?
Yeah, it's a hospital, like a group of doctors, and we have a different program in the hospital.
Within the hospital,
So it's
okay.
not a outsourcing kind of, it's within the hospital.
Cool.
How many candidates do you have versus how many patients do you select?
Yeah, that's a good question. So selected patients are around, it depends on each study. So it was around 150 something, and the enrolled patients are around 100 like that. But every time usually it is 100. But as this year I said like 30% reduction, approximately it is 30% less patients. Yeah.
Okay, very good.